So that says we're live there. Hey guys, howdy, howdy, howdy. Mortis005. Give me a howdy if you're on here. Who all's on here with us tonight? I see a Sean Peck, Mr. Peck Tech himself. How cool is that? Can you hear me okay? Adjust your audio if you need to. I know it's probably not as loud as it normally is because I changed stuff up tonight. Give me a. Well, that sounds okay. Okay. All right. I got a baby June. Baby June is helping me today over here. She's a hardworking lady. Hey, I got a DW Low. Howdy, Mr. Low. Got a howdy. Sounds good. Good. Yeah, I think, let's see. The zombie mission sucks. Oh, no, Perky. Were you destroyed horribly? Which zombie mission is it? Is it that one, Dead Rise? Hello, William. Hello, Clyde. Hello, Kenneth. Very cool. Perkysaurus. It's a tough one, that's for sure. It has got me before, time and time again. It's a hard one, but I've seen folks complete it as well. I think the hardest part is that you really want to try to just avoid the zombies as much as you can. It's just that sometimes you just can't get away from them. Yeah, Dead Rise. Trying to get to the living room so it would be safe, but didn't make it. Yeah. And then of course there's so many unsafe areas. It's a very unkind scenario. Bessy, I'm pretty sure wrote that one.
I did not write that one.
Because there really isn't a safe place. If you get too close to the edge, bad things happen. If you get too close to the center, bad things happen. It's just like all around a bad place to be. But it's winnable. Not easy, but it's definitely keeps you on your toes. Let's see, we'll be going officially live in a little less than 2 minutes. So was really unhappy with when I was listening to the audio in the last live video that we did.
Very staticky.
Lots of static. It was broken up a lot. So what we're doing tonight is we're kind of going back old school, and I'm just using a webcam. And I'm just using a microphone running into our old sound mixer, kind of like we used to do. So just testing out whether or not if we revert back to our old ways, maybe we avoid some of the issues that we're having. I don't know. So that's kind of what this is about, is trying to determine, is the audio still freaking out? Are we still going to have the spinning wheel of death? All of that sort of thing. So, yes, we have been recovering from COVID. I guess Bessy was the typhoid Mary that
Not
brought
true.
the plague into our home, our safe and happy home from the outside world. She brought in the plague and then spread it. Basically, just went around coughing on everybody and licking a lot of stuff too. At the time, I didn't understand why, but now I know. Now I know. So she's pretty much recovered now, except the last time she tested, and that was on Tuesday. She still tested positive, and she still has a little bit of a cough. But other than that, pretty much recovered. I still have a worse cough than she does, but it's really hard.
Always have a worse cough.
I know. It's really hard for me to get rid of my cough.
I did bite my tongue today, and it's incredibly painful.
Oh. Oh.
So
Oh.
probably should,
Oh.
you know.
Oh. Well, you can put a Band-Aid on that.
I don't think so.
Clyde is on here. Clyde Dashing. Sean Peck. Yeah, and then of course, we tried to spare Max the whole ordeal, so he went over to stay with Grandma for a week. And of course, they don't really understand what isolation means, so Grandma was running back and forth over here constantly, and so
She
Joe
was
Joe
not.
ended up getting the virus as well.
I think he probably got it when he came home.
Mm, mm. So he was the last of the group to get it, and now he's pretty much done with it as well. A little
He's a
bit of
hellion,
a
so I guess it's fine.
little bit of a fever, but so at this point, I guess we're all on the recovery side of things, except where babies throw up all over me. All right, so let's talk about stuff. Patient X. Hello, all. Hey, Marty Devine is on here. Bri G is on here. Very, very cool. Very cool. Perky, what character did you play? Were you playing just a single character? That's almost as about that's almost a suicide mission playing that scenario solo. That's really hard playing it solo. Baby splat, we call it. Oh, okay, baby splat. So I do have a few things to roll over with y'all this evening to go over with you guys. I'd like to do a giveaway. How are we looking? You know what? We got 17 on here right now. We got 16. I'm going to say it. If we get 20 likes, on this video, we're going to give away some director's stickers.
Ooh.
I wonder if they can hear that. Giveaway free COVID. Yes.
They can hear your chair.
They can hear my chair? I don't
Yeah.
think they can hear that chair.
They used to be able to.
They used to be able to hear it.
Yeah, when I was
So,
over here, I would be very.
If we get to 20 likes, so you guys help me keep track. Right now we're sitting at 12. We can get a lot better than that. If we get to 20 likes, we're going to give these stickers away to everybody that's on here. And if you say you want one, I will try to send you one. So all we got to do is get to 20 likes, and I'm going to try and give these out like they were candy tonight. 20 likes is what we're aiming for. Somebody asked earlier this evening what was the deal with extreme perils. And if you go back and you look on page 45, I believe, in the second edition rulebook, all the way at the bottom, there's a little gray box down there that says something like, if you see any reference, the older scenarios and rules may reference extreme perils. If you see something like that, then basically just treat it as a normal peril. Remember, in second edition, the second edition rule for perils is really almost a mix of the old normal peril and old extreme peril. So it's almost like those two things mashed together. So in second edition, all perils are perils and they're just handled that way. If you run into something that says extreme peril, you just ignore that and do it as a normal peril. Henry Paints redacted his message. Sir, remember this is a family program.
I said hi, folks.
And hey, thank you so much for joining, sir. Thank you so much for joining. Jeans, my clothes have the evening off. Thought that was Dave's bones squeaking. Yes, it's a nice squeak. It's a squeaky chair. It's definitely was playing with my friends, but the zombies ate most of us. Yeah. It's tough. And I guess I would say that it's one that you kind of learn as you go through it. You realize that it is definitely a stay alive scenario. Sometimes you play those zombie scenarios and you think that's cool. It's a kick the crap out of zombies game. And it's not. It is a run for your life and stay away from the zombies scenario. So you got to do everything you can to try to stay away from those things. No WD-40. Seemed like you WD-40 and duct tape, man.
He's a JB Weld.
Yeah, JB Weld sort of fellow. Well, you see, the problem is here is, and I could flip over to Chad, show it to you where the structural squeaking is coming from, but WD-40 ain't the trick, sir. Anyway. Somebody was asking again about 15 millimeter, and I think I'd like to do a 15 millimeter game sometime, a 15 millimeter scenario, just to show you guys how I do it. And that doesn't mean that's how you should do it, but I don't change a darn thing when I play 15 millimeter, and part of the reason is because just before I started working on Pulp Alley, I worked on a skirmish game for with a group of my buddies, and it was a 15 millimeter game, and we used exactly the same measurements, 12 inches, 6 inches, yada, yada, yada. We used the exact same size table, yada, yada. So when I play 15 millimeter, I don't change a thing. And of course, we even used 20 millimeter bases, which is what I try to base most of my miniatures on anyways, on 20 millimeter bases. So the size of the base is actually the same. The only thing that's really different is the size of the character that's stuck to that base. So I think the only time that I really see a point in adjusting or going down to centimeters instead of inches is if I'm going to reduce the size of the table. If I'm going to play on a 3 foot by 3 foot table and I'm going to use the rules as they're written, I'm going to just use them the way they're written. I'm not going to adjust the measurements, but I'd like to drag my 15s out and do a scenario with you. I don't know. Is there any of you guys that would like to see that? Was there anybody out there that would like to see us do a 15 millimeter scenario? Let me know down in the chat or in the Gaslands or whatever. Gaslands. We do that with Gaslands. You reduce the centimeters. You reduce the inches to centimeters, or just use it the same.
Oh, we got it.
21. Okay, so here's the deal now. I gotta have a howdy. You gotta put a howdy in right now. The next I don't know, 25 or so people to put a howdy in the chat. Put a howdy in, and that's what's gonna get you a sticker. Give me a howdy. Give me a howdy if you want one of these stickers. Give me a howdy if you want a sticker. Give me a howdy right now. Get a howdy in the chat. That's what's going to get you one of these stickers. Now, the important thing here, boys and girls, is that I know who a lot of you are, and don't think that Bessy doesn't keep very close tabs on your activities.
I'm aware of my people. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Okay. But there are a few of you that fly under the radar with your unusual aliases. Clyde Dashing, I'm looking at you, sir. If that is your real name. You need to let me know where you want this sticker sent to. And to do that, to claim your prize, you're going to have to send me a text, either an email or a Facebook message, and say, I am Clyde. Don't use Clyde Dashing, but make sure you include what your name is on the YouTube, and then you got to let me know where you want to send the sticker, because I can't send it to you if I don't know. So that's part of claiming your prize. If you want to claim your prize, then you got to send me an email or a Facebook message and claim your prize by letting me know where to send it to, because otherwise I can't send it to you if I don't know where it goes. All right. So one thing I was talking to Bessy about earlier today, what was it, today or yesterday? Okay. Don't really know. Was that maybe we should do a Kickstarter for the new characters decks, the series of 8 characters decks that we're doing. And by the way, for those of you keeping track at home, I just finished deck number 3. So the core deck is done, the Heroes of Personalities deck is done, and the Gangland Justice deck is done. So I will be starting on Savage Seas next. And I will hopefully this week be able to start sharing the full roster that will actually show you the specific decks, not the specific decks, the specific packs of miniatures that are included with each one of those decks. So on the slip card, you know, that little bonus card that I slip inside the decks, the back side of that card actually gives you a list of which packs are included with that deck, and it has a little check mark there where you can check them off to see which ones you have as well. So but I will start sharing that on the Facebook players group, probably the Heroes of Personalities one and the Gangland Justice one. So the thing about doing it as a Kickstarter is that it creates headaches and it solves headaches. And I don't know whether or not it's worth it. So I guess I'd like y'all's opinion. You could either leave some comments here about whether or not you think you'd like us to do it as a Kickstarter, or you would rather us not to do it as a Kickstarter. I mean, your opinion matters to us. Even yours, Bride G. I don't know.
Wow.
There was just a name I saw when I looked. You know you're important. Sean Hudson is on here. Gave me a howdy. Good deal. Be sure, Mini Warmutt. Thank you so much. Mac Daddy got a howdy in there. Clyde Dashing got a lull. So if we do it as a Kickstarter, it's kind of interesting because I guess some of the big news, and I don't know if everybody knows this yet, but Bob Murch is wanting to carry these decks as part of his stock as well. So anybody that orders the Kickstarter or orders the decks, either through us or whoever, you should really, order them through him. That was kind of confusing. That didn't come out right. If we did it as the Kickstarter, then it would ship to him, and then he'd send it out to everybody. Otherwise, you would just want to order them straight from him instead of ordering them straight from us. If we don't do the Kickstarter, if we don't do the Kickstarter,
or even after the Kickstarter,
or even after the Kickstarter, sure, that's a good idea too. But it's getting all of those moving pieces figured out, which, while I'm under the influence of various cold medicines right now, I'm not sure that I could really have a good handle on it yet. How are we doing on time? We're doing pretty good. So I would like to see y'all's feedback as far as whether or not we should do it as a Kickstarter or if we should just do it. Another thing is that I don't want to lump a lot of other stuff into it. It really would just be those 8 decks, and that's all, that is going to be available via the Kickstarter. We'll have some stretch goals, sure, some fun stuff like that, but we're not going to put a lot of our catalog on there. We might run a simultaneous discount via the store like we normally do with Kickstarter stuff, but, anyway, let me know. I guess that's enough of me going on about it.
Here's a question over here.
Oh.
Do we have Shadow Tongue #1 in stock yet?
Shadow Tongue #1 in stock yet? I don't think so. Do we?
I did not package any up.
Are they in that box right there? We might have a very small handful. Let me check. Let me check here. I think I have. I don't see. I should have about 3 or 4 left. Yes, I should have about 3 or 4 right now as we sit here. So, what? Oh,
Whoa!
hey, whoa there. All right.
We got a hay from LJ.
He could. Hey, Leighton, how are you doing? Leighton, if you're wanting a sticker, my man from Tulsa, you need to put a howdy. You need to get a howdy, sir, a howdy in the chat. You need to type a howdy if you want one of these stickers to be sent unto thee. Warmack got a howdy in there. Mac Daddy got a howdy. Clyde Dashing, okay. I bet he got a howdy in there. What are they saying as far as the I love painting up the Project Galgo figures? Very good. I'm glad you like those. Those were the first what's that fellow's name? Doggone it. Patrick Keith. Patrick Keith sculpted most of those, except for, of course, the original Galgo Satana. That was Andrew Ray up in Scotland. But the rest of them, the Galgo's dancers or the assassins, those were sculpted by Patrick Keith down in Texas. Did you guys get new gray hats for the store? Yes. Yeah. No. Why would you bring that up now? Why, Mr. Lowe? I have no idea what you're talking.
He's a real friend. Apparently, unlike you, who doesn't tell me about my new hats that I could be partaking of. It's fine.
Yes. New stocking caps and or toques or whatever you call them in your vicinity. Those are now back in stock. The dice cups are back in stock and actually available to order now. And the new gray caps are in. They look really, really cool. So they are, you just need to select. It's called Phantom Gray. So when you go to the hats category, you just need to make sure you pick Phantom Gray. And we still have a couple of those left. We would probably be out of them by now if Bessy had already known about it.
I don't need all of them. I just need one. Do you remember who painted Fang's Hatchetman? Henry paints like the faces.
Oh. Are you talking about? Is he talking about like the paint job? He must be talking about the paint jobs. Those were Andrew, and I apologize because I get all the Andrews confused. Andrew, you know who I mean. Andrew. He has that cool. It's not Andrew Ray. Andrew Taylor.
No,
maybe
sculpt.
not.
The paint job was great. I'm talking about the sculpt.
Oh, the sculpt was Micah. Micah out of Texas. Micah, and again, I can't remember the last name. I apologize. But out of Texas. Let's see. What else do we have to go over with? And did you guys see the new miniatures? Just got a batch of 3D prints in for the brand new figures that we're going to be sending off to get cast very soon. So we have Sharnock the Undying. Oh, that's a really cool looking one. And Lamia.
Buxom.
Oh, yeah. And I guess, I don't mind throwing an interesting figure like that in there once in a while. We have a nice, I think, cross section of different figures. We don't just focus on one certain type of character, right? We have a nice diversity of characters. So it's it's fun to have stuff like that in there once in a while. So I don't mind that. And the new Abominations. I think they turned out really cool. The new Abominations. I can't wait to show you how cool these look up close. They look really, really cool. Anyway, I guess we're going to call that it for tonight. A big thank you to everybody who threw a howdy out there. We appreciate your support. I hope this live version, give me some feedback on this live version. Does this feel okay? Bessy, how come you're so like far off the screen? How come you don't get over here with me a little bit? Look, we got a baby June. Like, this is kind of interesting. I think it'd be nice to get a couple chairs that are actually the same height. Maybe even
No,
get
this is very tall.
maybe get a microphone that if this works, we may start doing this for our Thursdays. I'm gonna have to go back and kind of just watch it and see how this turned out. But I really do appreciate you guys jumping on here with us. I think YouTube has really been screwing up our live videos. So
But I've noticed a downtick in the quality of their lives across the board.
across the board, their lives have really been suffering. Not just our videos, but when we go to watch other people's live videos, oftentimes they struggle with loading or having audio issues and things like that.
that we watch the kids.
Yeah.
Never even
So
come up at all.
yeah. So there are other issues going on kind of behind the scenes. So we're hoping that maybe this back step for us to a little more easier system.
Oh, hey, Neil Morgan, if you want a director sticker,
Neil Morgan.
put a howdy in.
Yeah. We were doing howdies, so you got to get it in the chat before the end of the video. Don't miss a chance to hit the howdy button. Hit howdy. Right, howdy, buddy. Okay. Neil, get a howdy into the chat so that you can qualify for a sticker. Everybody that types a howdy into the chat, we're going to try and send you a sticker. And boys and girls, please don't remember to make sure you confirm your mailing address for me. I hate to ask that every time, but it's important that you kind of confirm your mailing address for me, because otherwise it's really hard for me to keep track of where. Remember, I've been taking a lot of cold medicine.
Just taking a leg shot.
Just guzzling it by the gallon.
In the little
measuring cup. A measuring cup. That's for the amateurs. Measuring cup. That's for the amateurs there. You just kick it back. Yeah. Drink it on down. So everybody gets put a howdy into the chat tonight. We want to send you a sticker, but that means you got to do your part and let me know where you want your sticker sent to. And I guess that's going to be it for tonight.
I think so.
All right, boys and girls, thank you so much. I love this community that we have built together. Y'all really do mean a lot to us. We love sitting and chatting with you, and we will see y'all soon. Bye, everybody. So I think we're going to do that new scenario or that new campaign on Sunday for the Sunday game.